So energy is an interesting thing because it always seems like people don't have enough of it. But it's not that you don't have enough of it, it's just how you're dividing your time, how you're using your energy in life. So in this video, we're going to take an energy inventory of your life and kind of discover and look into ways that you are using up your energy, and you may not even realize that you're using energy for some of these things. So before I get started, let me just tell you a nice little story. I went to record this video, turned on my camera, and it said battery exhausted. My battery was dead. So instead of finding a solution, I knew that I was frustrated, okay? I was using my emotional, mental, complaining, okay? Using up energy in these three departments because I knew my adapter wouldn't reach all the way to the other side, the wall, okay? Which is where the adapter is. So I was frustrated and I was using up a lot of mental energy being frustrated and complaining and, you know, that kind of thing. Until I found a solution. Voila! I can get an extension cord and it'll reach to the plug on the other side of the wall. And that's what I did. So now I'm doing a video. And I almost didn't. But anyway, that's a good example of how I used energy, used up some of my energy for something that didn't really benefit me, for something that I could actually control instead of complaining about it. So that's a nice little example of how sometimes we use up energy and we don't realize it. So you have to realize that mental energy, gossiping, complaining can take a lot of energy out of our systems. Okay, we all have a set amount of energy, and life is a big energy exchange, and it's a balance, essentially. So don't just think of, you know, on this side, this is going to be how, this little graph here is how you may be using or dividing your time or using up energy, okay? So, of course, you may use your energy for physical activity, for sex, for manual labor, job, working out in the yard, whatever it is. That's physical. That's the obvious thing, right? Oh, I worked all day. I'm super tired, okay? Mental even. We know that we get tired if we use a lot of mental power, mental energy. But there's other things, of course, you know, career and job. If we give a lot of our energy to a career, to a job, to a relationship, for other people, but here's the catch, you know, we are not supposed to be sacrificial lambs for somebody else in our lives. Okay? We can use our energy for relationships, for love, for job, for career, for gossiping if we want to. But you have to realize you are not a sacrificial lamb for others. Your energy is for you to be you in the world, to show up in the world. And if you're constantly giving all of your energy to things external of you, then it's going to be super, super draining and you won't have energy. Even if you don't exercise, it's going to be draining. Emotional, if you're always giving your time, like my example, being frustrated, worrying, complaining about things, sitting in states of fear, anything excessive, states of anger. Anger will really deplete your energy. Okay, grieving a lot really, really takes energy away. And, you know, all of these things can deplete our energy, or we use our energy. So what I want to ask you first is, okay, how much time are you giving to each of these categories here, okay? And the time that you're giving to each of these, would you say that each of these things, if you break it down, is it more nourishing for your system or is it more draining or toxic? Because it can go either way. You can have relationships that are nourishing, that are supporting, but you can also have relationships that are very toxic, that will take energy, pull energy away from you. Because when we're dealing with other people, it's always an energetic exchange, right? Same with a job. If a job isn't really right for you or not aligned to your system, then and you're working yourself more than your body wants to work. Same with exercise. If you're doing things because other people might be doing them and you're really pushing yourself more than your body can go, or it's giving you red flags along the way, you keep getting overuse injuries and tendon issues and things like that, that is a signal, okay, to slow down. But if you keep pushing and you keep doing things that are misaligned to you, then it's going to take energy away as opposed to giving you energy, okay? So a job can give you energy, exercise can give you energy, but it can also take it away, okay? Same with people, emotional. It's good to feel emotions, but in excess, it's going to take it away. So that's the question. You know, is it nourishing or is it draining or is it toxic? How is the relationship to it? And then, you know, on the other side of the fence, we have the recharge, reload activities. Okay, these are more like self-care stuff. So this is you. So we can recharge our systems, recharge our energy through certain things like breathing, food, water, rest, relaxation, sleep. Now I'm putting these two separate, rest and relaxation, sleep are separate because this is daytime rest and relaxation. We think that we shouldn't rest, right? Or resting means lazy or something like that. But daytime rest is important, okay? Sleep is important. Self-care, self-cultivation, creativity can give you energy, can give you chi. But there's also two sides to this as well because depending on how you're breathing, it can give you energy or take it away. So if you're shallow breathing all the time, just from your chest, because you're anxious or you're in fight or flight mode all the time, then that can take energy away over time. You're not breathing properly, right? You're not sleeping properly. You keep waking up. That can take energy away, even if you're in bed for 12 hours. If you're not sleeping, getting deep, restful sleep, it's gonna take energy away from you. Food is important, okay? What are you eating? Food can definitely nourish your body, give you energy, but it can also do the opposite, depending what you're eating. We live in a society, caffeine, right? Caffeine and greasy foods and all kinds of things, alcohol, you know? And it's gonna take energy away. We all know this, right? So food is not, it can be nourishing, but it can also take away. And, you know, self-care, cultivation, any kind of self-care really, and creativity is huge for bringing energy in. So, you know, how are you dividing your time? Where are you giving your energy to? What kinds of things are you doing to reload, recharge your body? And are you doing the proper things to recharge your body? And then, you know, ask, okay, out of the things that I'm finding are draining or toxic to my system, that are hurting me more than helping me, is it something that I can either limit or what can I let go of in my life? This is important, and this is why we should from time to time take an inventory of what we're doing, how we're living, and whether it is for our highest good or whether it's actually taking us farther away from our highest good. Sometimes we do things habitually. We do things just because we've always done them. But we have to adapt over time, adapt to the changes maybe our body goes through, adapt to our surroundings, things like that. And, you know, sometimes we need to let go of stuff. And that can be very hard if we don't want to let go of it. But sometimes it's for our highest good. So when you think you're tired, it's not just because you're always taking care of your family. It could be because you're always worrying about your family. It could be because you're always in your head about all kinds of things. It could be under-exercise, over-exercise. So this is why I want you to take an inventory of where you're dividing your time. Don't just think, I'm tired because I don't sleep. Well, it's not only that you don't sleep, it's probably a combination of a lot of these things you're giving your energy to that you don't realize you're giving to, or you're doing things that are either maybe a little misaligned to you or your body, and you're pushing more than your body is telling you to push, or you are around people who are draining you, toxic, you know, that are taking energy, it's taking energy away. So anyway, I just want to take a little peek inside your world. And once you do this and you really break it down and you start limiting or letting go of certain things in your life or adding more things in that will benefit you, you know, water, nourishing food for your system, deep breathing, resting during the day, you'll realize that you'll have more innate energy than you had a cup of coffee, because this is a more holistic approach. This is working from the inside out, and it's not looking for external solutions to give you that quick high where you have the high and then you dip again. And then you need, another high and then you dip again. This is for your benefit and your whole, essentially your whole wellness in life, to balance you out. Everything is a balance in life. Everything is a balance. So that means balancing our emotional needs, balancing how much physical versus rest, okay? Balancing ourselves with food, with water, with relationships, learning to set boundaries with others, learning not to get sucked into gossiping and complaining all the time. All these things will help. I promise you. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have some other insights or exercises or things that you do to help replenish your energy, stuff like that. Let me know. Subscribe. I put out new videos every single week on all kinds of cool stuff for you. Hit that like button, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.